There are tiny organisms all around us. Most we cannot see. They're in the air, the sea, the sky, hitting at a frequency we cannot see, feel, or hear. Some are backwards, but there is one that raises the eyebrow of both skeptic and monster hunter alike. Caught only on film, the air rods. Drone spies from another world, or flying bacteria cocks.
That's a joke.
That is a joke. Do you like it?
I did. David.
Today on Sexy Beast, we're talking air rods. Okay.
You got that sexy beast. Yeah, just, hey, coming after me. Who the fuck said you could laugh at me, smack with me, with a big foot dick, you... Sexy beast.
Hello there, and welcome to Sexy Beasts, your foray into the menagerie of the unexplained. Every episode is devoted to a specific creature, cryptid, or monster. Stop mouthing along. Do an impression of me. Let me get through this. I was on a real good roll there.
You were. Keep going.
We discuss its history, its merits, and using our FECS analysis, we rate and review the beast against other creatures in our Premier Crypt. And be sure to listen all the way to the end, because we close out every single show with Top Trumps, where the monster lineup team of Jago is Cool versus team Tony Loves Chicken Tits compete for a shit tattoo, and as well, someone may have sent in a spoof freak encounters at the end. My name is Tony Cantwell. I am a Libran, and my co-host is Mark Jago.
It's a Capricorn, so I'm an Earth sign. So it's one of the more grounded, stable signs. I'm impulsive, yet I know what I want. I think you're a water sign, if I'm correct.
Well, do you know what, Mark Jago? I'm going to read your daily horoscope. You're a Capricorn, are you not?
I certainly am.
Okay. I'm not going to say others in your immediate circle of friends. This is due in part to the planetary configuration. It shows your intuition and optimism running high. Use this to your advantage, little one. It doesn't say little one, I'm being condescending. Especially if you have to sell something. Keep your expectations realistic. Now, what do you make of that?
Oh, that's weird, because I'm actually selling stuff on buy and sell. So
Are you?
Yeah.
On buy and sell?
Done deal.
I tell you, stereo on Done Deal there last week, and the ad even said it was yeah
for €1. That's a pretty good deal.
it was a pretty good deal. That's why I couldn't turn it
And
down.
then it would probably be like,
And the volume I couldn't turn down as well. Mark Jago, I am also going to be presenting a bit of our crypto news.
oh, I love this. Do you have your jingle
I have my jingle jangle ready, and here we go. Scientists have discovered what they believe to be a new type of primate. The beast allegedly has a ginormous wang, long hair, glasses, and a penchant for comedy, and has charmed both scientists and pundits alike with his relatable yet oddball alter egos. And also, a fisherman finds a giant shark's head bitten off by an even bigger shark. I'm not going to read that story for you now. Yeah, look at this picture, man.
So sure,
This is a fucking that's a fucking mako shark. So a guy called a fisherman by the name of Trapman Bergmagui, also known as Jason. All right, enough with the fucking SoundCloud shit, dick. A shark's head that weighed in 100 kilograms. The head. So at the moment he thought he'd found a marlin, but then realized it was a giant mako shark. Now keep in mind, a mako shark is 9 feet in length.
Jesus, so something could have...
Something bit its fucking body off.
Oh, is
Megalodon?
Megalodon? We haven't done big sharks.
Yeah, do you know why? Because fucking Megalodon film didn't sponsor our podcast, the mugs.
That's true. The Meg.
The Meg.
The Meg was actually a decent film for for a B movie. Check it out.
How big is it?
I can't
No
even...
spoilers.
No spoil. I can't spoil it for you. I
Is it
definitely
very?
can't.
Say very.
Very.
Wow.
Very, very.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay.
But we're not talking about megalodons today, even though we have full scientific proof that one exists. Today we're talking about air rods. And no, I'm not talking about a Michael Jordan, Dennis Rodman shoe collab.
I knew that was going.
No,
I
you
like
didn't.
that. I actually have a couple of air rods.
Oh no, air rod fin. Is that what they sing at the end of it? I don't know the actual lyrics. I know the lyrics to in your eyes I see the light leading me home again. It's heaven in your arms, my love. My heart is in your hands.
And
That's an even better song. That should be our national.
I'm at a party in
space.
in air.
Okay, here we go. Oh,
So
where am I?
I walk up to this confused gentleman. Sky rods, aka skyfish, are between 4 inches and 3 feet long, rod-shaped see-through body with fins that undulate in waves.
Oh my God.
They are somewhat transparent and they seem to be phasing through a dimension.
If you take out your cock right now, I'm going to be so annoyed.
David Bowie.
Oh.
So anyway, yeah,
Yeah.
sky rods. Or air rods, as they're known. These
Sky
rockets
rods in
and
flight.
translucent light.
Translucent in light.
Yeah.
Translucent in fucking light.
So they're somewhat translucent, or they could be opaque. They fly through the sky.
Oh, I love you. I love your vocabulary, Mark Jago.
Thanks.
You're
I'm very loquacious, very verbose.
You're very loquacious.
And they have undulating fins
Twins.
that do go in waves. You're a little prick man, Tony.
I'm a little brick
You
man.
little prick man. Yeah, and they fly through the sky. They have mid-range teleportation. That's what I read, and they can phase. They're
Kind of explain how they look. They kind of look like a double helix with a thick spine, but they dart. If you see them on film, and that's the thing about these things. This is a thing that kind of it'll divide skeptics and monster hunters, as David Attenborough eloquently said up top. But everyone has to admit that they're visible. That these things are visible on film. I mean, we're talking about in evidence, but these probably are the most documented things in old film for ages. So you cannot deny these things do exist in some capacity.
There is video where these microbes, whatever, clinged onto a piece of water and then sort of evolved from there. So they're basically just like cloud beings. They're a bit like jellyfish in clouds.
Oh,
Yeah, sort of romantic.
I love it.
Yeah,
Delivering little.
muchers, 1,000 million silent screams.
So the sexy little cloudy
no one said
dream.
sex.
Come on, you want to
Undulate on me.
go to town on them?
Smutty humor. Right. So, but the thing is, we know a bit of a history of them.
Sure.
Can I fight?
Fighting.
A worm has
Oh,
a better chance of fighting. than this, yo.
I'll give you, because I'll give you a bit of a change from our dimension to another dimension.
Ooh.
Extreme speed, it can dart around without being. But there is no mention of a thing attacking something ever. But again, as I said, no attacks.
No attacks. Possibly made of electromagnetic.
Wonder Man.
Wonder Man, I think, or Ultraman. As Ultraman, he's like built of like pure matter. And
The Atom Man.
No.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
There's literally no fighting.
Invisible.
Yeah. And sort of like injuries that have occurred from this, but they've only because people were so shocked to see them that they sort of like tripped over and hurt themselves, or like a plane went into a free dive because they thought that they saw loads of like eel-shaped figures in the sky. That's a perfect description.
Twisted. They look like fusilli.
Yeah.
They look like flying fusilli. Yum, 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 yum,
yum, yum, yum.
You can land
You
in
have
my
a
plate.
bolognese.
You can land on my fucking plate.
Thanks for.
I have given far too high of a fighting score, and in speaking to you now, I would like to revoke mine.
I emailed you the fusilli.
fusilli's in my fucking plate. It's me. Chipper, he's got kind of. You're coming in there, fucking looking for the chips, man. He sounds
Jamaican
Italian
as
still.
well.
No, he's
Hey
Italian.
man, you fucking Italian. What's the best chipper in Dublin?
I'm a Beshoff's boy.
Oh, have you had Fusco's down near me?
Yeah, actually, Fusco's is unreal.
Yeah, and
I don't like the chips that are too hot, but it's difficult to time it.
Yeah, but
San Marino is really good. In
your man
in
Fusco
Windy
is
Harbour.
like actually really nice as well. The guy who, I don't know if his name's Fusco. I'm just assuming his name's. Oh, look, I'm so hungry. I'll just have these or whatever. And he leaves the salt and the vinegar on the. Like I'm like a little bit. I was like, oh, that's too much, or whatever, or like loads, and then that's too little.
When you get like a snack box and he's salt and vinegar in the top, when that goes into the chicken, far too much salt and a bit of vinegar. But there's a charm to that, and it's been sitting under that heat lamp for ages
As well, I just didn't want to say. I don't like chips unless you open them and then you can't catch your breath. I want to be uncomfortable. Pungent, yeah.
Fucking
Turgent.
starving. Anyway, that is a fighting of 3, but an evidence of what?
the evidence, sir?
I'm so hungry.
I'm just writing something down.
Very strong evidence.
Very
Some would
good.
say
Oh, who's the?
Kieran Lee.
No, it's Holmes. Something. Pete. Anyway,
James.
Pete, look, I'm about to shout about my new album's coming out. I love everybody. Here's my mouth. Aha!
Great job.
Don't curse in my raps. Yeah, so UFO, it's just basically off kilter with our reality, and there's a whole different world. So these are the birds of this reality.
Very interesting.
The first one was actually like the name them and sort of talk about them. He has his own website, which is just
His own website.
trash.
He must be real.
It's called Rods of Roswell.
Oh yeah, Roswell was one of the first ones.
Yeah, atmospheric beasts. They're microbes that have grown to larger size, and they're if to the left. Yeah, so there's a hard time spotting them with the naked eye. That's the issue. Some people say that the cameras can catch them because they have quicker shutter speed or something like that.
Sure.
But there is a few sightings with the naked eye, but it's usually just out of the corner of my eye. I saw a fucking.
And in the corner of my eye, I saw an arrow flying. Well, I was on disclose.tv where I've been getting a lot of my cryptid news footage on the telly, and then there was comments underneath, and I thought that, hey, taking a comment from a video is just as good evidence as anything else we've ever looked up. I thought I'd read into these. One person said, I believe these are an insect we do not know about because of the sheer speed at which they travel. They do exist, as there's evidence there. I'm interested in these things because the speed in which they travel is fantastic. What a design, says one person. Another says, as usual, I think people are not looking at the bigger picture. What if aliens really are interacting with humanity and the environment? Then it stands to reason that they must be using some sort of drone to spy on us and keep tabs on the state of our planet. Human drones are already getting smaller, insect-like, and more sophisticated, so I can only imagine what an alien far more advanced.
I just
than we
want to
have.
see someone like aliens come down in a fucking ship made of
Spaceship.
Yeah,
just
let's
lands.
come down. Like, I don't know why we're here.
Do you know what I loved? Ink blot.
Yeah, like
kind of
there was
fascinating.
Circular, which is sort of, if you haven't seen it, it's a good film.
Yeah, it's a great film. Sound.
Yeah, so this is the thing, but like
We see them.
we see.
But where
them.
did they go?
Where did they go? But
Who's
another
that dimension?
a guy had. So there's a guy on. There's a cryptid wiki that we look at. Of
course, we don't give anyone the credit they're due.
But this guy who edits this wiki clearly 100% believes these exist, and had this theory there's no dead bodies, and underneath clearly edited by someone else who put it in was like, yeah, clearly because they're made of, and he calls them fadders. He calls them fadders, like someone who jumps on a fad to try and disapprove something.
Oh,
and he's
fucking
like, most fadders think that there's no bodies, but I know because they're on death or lack of energy per pellet. And then I'm like, okay, cool.
Do you ever realize we kind of, well, this is, say for me, when I'm doing the research, I only kind of read the research based in a kind of knowledge I already kind of know. If it requires me looking further into states of reality or states of dimensions, I might not go that far. I try and get a general sense of it, but I don't try and educate myself in different states of being or anything like that.
My general rule of thumb is if it's not blue on Wikipedia, don't click on it.
Now, Jago, I have some evidence here that is going to throw this whole
Have
thing
you got
out.
an air rod you're going to release into the room? Oh man, that's so fast. It looks like
Okay.
a dick with wings.
Jago, you'll be able to hear the audio on this, and it'll be just as effective, and we'll put a link to this on our Twitter, now that Twitter know that we're not fucking 7 years old.
To the 30 frames
Watch
per
this.
second camera. The source is revealed. A moth.
Disgusting. This is fake news.
Look at it,
By
side by
having the
side.
split second
We did capture a few images that
Jago.
were
No, but the amount of
Air
air rods.
rods, they're flies.
We've never debunked a cryptid here. They're not like, I think that the amount of
I'm
them
not
that
saying zero, but I'm saying it's fucking debunked.
it's not debunked.
And we don't look to do going.
Do you
as
not
they
think the
please.
government could have set this up just to make us look foolish? That Here
Ha-ha.
comes the men in black, disproving air rods.
I'm Dennis. Dennis Rodman was in MIB, or was
Oh,
an alien
yeah.
in MIB. That's fun.
The only rod I want to talk to is Dennis Rodman. That's my Will Smith.
What do you think of MIB International?
No, there's no involvement whatsoever. So
And Kumail Nanjiani is a tiny little thing.
tiny little ninja man or
Um,
samurai man.
Jago,
It hasn't been debunked. You've just shown me like a 10-second video. That could have been afterwards. They could have went, oh no,
Jago,
wait.
on the same cryptids site that we look at, it has a picture of an air rod broken. Remember I told you I wanted to get a tattoo of the bat in flight from My Chemical Romance
Yeah,
EP?
yeah.
And you thought it was a great idea for tattooing. I never got tattooed. But you know,
He's trying to hint at your top trump tattoo.
no, we don't have any bat things yet. But you know, they had like figure 1, figure 2, figure 3, figure 4,
Yeah.
figure 5 of a bat in flight. Similarly to when they captured horses running and realized that at
Yeah,
one point all the
all
hooks
four,
were off the ground. If you look at an air rod and you break it down and you split it, cancelled. Jacob, I give it an evidence of 2.
I give it evidence of 7.
Oh my god!
I'm in for this. I think I'm
Your identity to this
Flip a
air
coin.
rod. Okay, yep.
I have a 10 bat here from Thailand.
I'm into you.
That's just €2. I had it bat in my pocket and
Okay, who's bat?
What'd you say, heads or tails?
I said heads.
It's heads. Just shit in my
Yeah.
ass.
This could be someone's first episode. So we know that it can't fight for shit. We know that it doesn't exist. But look, it's cool, baby. Yeah.
I think it's cool. I think that the whole idea of like
Subprime loan.
no, stratospheric creatures that we don't understand, sort of just out of our reach. It is so close, and our world is covered by so much.
We know more about space.
I want to come back for the chicken titty.
Where are they again?
Yeah,
Probably one of the most popularly
photographed.
caught.
Yeah,
I mean, what are they? And also, like, they also do take on, and this is something we haven't necessarily touched on. Because they're fucking insects, but whatever, park that for a second. An element of this is they're involved in the supernatural. Whenever you see Derek Akora going into a gaff looking to speak to us, they're there under like green light. I mean, they're obviously insects, but they're ghosts, they're interdimensional beings.
So, no, could those two be combined then? Could the ghosts that are being seen by Derek Core or any of those charlatans be like people from another dimension sort of phasing into our reality somehow?
Possibly, but we have seen photographic evidence of it.
View, and then I'll poop.
Shit's going to kick off. Are you getting that vibe?
Yeah, I am getting a vibe because
yeah.
we're both hungry. We both had a beer.
Yeah, we're fucking starving. We had a beer.
Smack that soldier
Smack
boy.
that shit. No, it's fine. It's cool. It's cool.
I know it. I'm not. No, to be fair,
Sorry. Evidence can't. Sorry. This is the
evidence can't come into
I've
court.
had a beer and an empty stomach, so I'm not really thinking rationally here. Evidence can't. Weird double helix undulating thing that you could easily go down on. We'll talk about that in sex appeal. Is cool.
Yeah, it is cool, and I think that it.
Centipede. Yep, Centipede resembles an air rod in the manga JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 6.
There's a guy who has a stand who can summon skyfish, which are air rods. The creator of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is really into the idea of skyfish. Like, he has loads of different drawings of them.
Skyfish in flight. Ooh, afternoon delight. We know that it can't fight. We know that it doesn't exist. We know that it's not cool. But is it at least
It's midway cool.
sexy? Is it sexy, Mark Jago?
To some degree, I think if you. By the way, what I'm talking about.
Okay,
So it's big enough
I'm thinking teensy. I'm thinking
like
the size of
of an elf, like Santa's elf.
The size of your alleged elf is with its undulating, little kicking feet. This thing for me is TSTF. Too small to fuck. So I'm not interested as much as I want to go down on that.
What about if you captured millions of them and then made like sort of like a water bed of them, and then brought your wife Terry over?
Don't say my wife's name.
Sorry, your wife.
I'm only messing.
Scott.
Look, I don't want to fuck one. I don't want to fuck 1,000. I don't want to fuck this. Period.
This is the
And
first
that's
time.
the
Like, I'm
first
sorry, I'm
thing I
sort
don't
of
wanna
shocked by
fuck.
this. I think
Yeah,
you're a
I
bit
don't wanna
cranky.
fuck. No, it doesn't exist. I've seen the flight path of a moth. It
No,
matches
you
exactly.
saw a YouTube video of someone
Jago.
saying it was a flight path of a thing.
Jago, it's obviously.
I could show you a video of Pikachu giving a rimmer to fucking
Don't.
Brock right now.
Don't.
Is that true?
send that later.
I can.
No, look, I just it's not.
I
as-
made it. I made the video. Okay, Tony.
No, look, in the same way the elves aren't that. I mean, Santa's sexy. The Tikbalang is sexy. The Kappa is sexy. You know, even if you're the size of a short man, that's fine. Tokolosh, fine. Lad swung around his neck, fine. This thing is not 4 foot. It's too small to fuck.
I just playing devil's advocate.
I don't welcome it up my hole either.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. The next big step is like down
That's
your
the next big step.
down your urethra.
Jesus.
Yeah. So it's I wouldn't want to have sex with it either.
Sex appeal 4.
Sex appeal 4, Tony. Like, what is going on here?
Are we
Five's like average sex appeal.
Sex appeal of a human woman would be 5.
Yeah.
Well,
Or-
actually, no, sex appeal of a human woman should be 10.
Sex appeal of a human, full stop, would be 5.
Yeah.
And then
No, it should be 10.
a 10. And then I'll give this a sex appeal 3.
You give it less than me.
Yeah.
I will defer to you. Shit. Okay. Not looking good. This could be the lowest score.
I want to lose this top trumps.
Well,
All right, off you go. Give us the thing.
okay. Give us the final scores and add them up this time. You fucking Clem. Here we go.
Klim.
What's the scores?
Oh, fighting 3, evidence 2, cool 5, sex appeal 3,
Total of.
13.
Yeah, we're getting to that in a second. Calm down. Oh my god. Okay. Oh my god, Mark Jago. Either we're really grumpy or this is the lowest score in Sexy Beasts history.
Oh fuck!
13.
By how
Last.
much? By how much?
Behind the bunyip.
And we hate the bunyip.
We fucking no, that was too harsh.
I think we were just hungry
I
again.
think we were hungry as well.
All right, we might have a bit of a sandwich and then come
Have
back
a sandwich
to
before we do this. Going forward. 13, the lowest score, considering the fact that we have people up there at 35. Vampires, number 1,
Yeah.
up there.
Do you know what's gonna happen tonight? We're gonna get fucking attacked by loads of sexy air rods. I'm like, oh no, I can fight.
I can fight. You know how to fight me? Do you know how to fight me?
Nah, leave him, Gary.
Leave him, Gary. What are you gonna do, Gary Morgan's here? What are you gonna do? Okay. Right. So that being said, it's now time.
If you were a cryptid, you'd be the air rod.
Oh, don't you fucking give me an arrow tattoo.
Tony,
I shouldn't have
you shouldn't have said that.
I shouldn't have said. Right, so what's the name of the teams again? Team Jago is cool,
obviously.
versus Team Tony loves chicken tits.
Yeah.
And this is a game. Sorry, just what the fuck is it? What the fuck are we doing? Like, we're on episode 50, technically episode 55.
Yeah.
We've done 50, so we've done probably 55 hours to this. What are we doing? Anyway.
Who's gonna win? Is it Tony or Jago? Putting a wolfman against a mermaid. Pick one team and the theatre screams at the part of the show that we call Top Trumps.
Jago, you have the floor.
You're not gonna like this one, Tony boy.
Jago, hey, you give me the floor. Dun, and give me some more.
I shuffle my cards and I pick a puka.
Oh, fucking hell.
Now the thing is, I don't want the air rod. So here's a bit of strategy here. Do I lose specifically? So you get the air rod?
You do.
But then
No,
if
you don't.
If I win
You
this,
do.
if I win this one, then you've no way of getting back, no recourse.
I could.
You could? Is there a secret end round?
No, the fact of the matter is you're up 8 to my 2.
Yeah.
We have 12 left. Yeah.
Yeah.
Until
Oh yeah,
this
so
one.
maths.
So maths.
So you
would
have to win
dictate.
all the rest after
I
this.
would have to win all of them.
All right, then I summon Puka with the power of cool. Score of 8.
Fucking hell. I have. Oh my god. Santa's elves
Yeah. Sexy.
with a cool of 6.
Yeah, Mike, I'm on a fucking roll, man.
This is bullshit.
Okay, I'm gonna stick with Team Tony. Or fuck, Team Jago is cool.
That's such a bad name.
Yeah, I know, and then I love the fact that it annoys you that that's why I'm keeping it. And then Team Tony's wide urethra.
Why you said urethra earlier today?
I
don't
know,
why you're
and then
drawing
your
them.
face was really a picture. So Tony's wide urethra.
Your face was really a picture. You're so cute. Right, well, fucking shag that. That's Jesus Christ. That's 9-2, which means
It's almost like Liverpool beats Barcelona.
it is. And I'm a Liverpool fan. I recently changed back there about 3 years
From
ago.
who?
I don't want to talk about it. I got some serious abuse.
Who leads?
No, and it's the worst time to be saying this because by the time this comes out, probably be looking at the Champions League final. But I was living in West Ham, and I changed teams to West Ham because I was living in West Ham. I thought, right, I'm living in London. I live in West Ham. I'll start supporting West Ham. Everyone fucking ate the head off me.
Because you just love saying the joke, forever blowing bubbles.
No, I didn't. And I even said to a taxi driver, I was like, yeah, all my mates are giving me a hard time. And he said, yeah, I hope they fucking took lumps out of you.
Jesus, what age was he?
And then I said,
where was this?
This was in London. I was like, oh yeah, I swapped to West Ham, from Liverpool because I live in West Ham. And he's like, well, I hope your mates fucking took lumps out of you. And then I said, why? Who do you support? And he goes, West Ham.
Fucking
He
hell.
didn't want me.
Yeah.
Anyway, sure. Mark Jago, do we have a little freak encounter?
We certainly do, which I've sent to your phone to be read.
Well, I'll pick up my phone as soon as we hear the little ditty here.
Freak encounters. Oh, brilliant.
Okay, we have a freak encounter now here from Alan. Now, Alan was actually not at our show, but his friend came up, our live show for the Bigfoot. His friend came up and gave us the phone with the story that he sent in for the show.
Alan. I bumped into Alan. I bumped into them at Avengers.
Avengers Endgame, yeah. He was saying,
And they were asking for you.
Well, I wasn't there.
Yeah, you weren't there. Well, I know you were ill at the time. But, and he was fucking lovely. Alan, thanks so much, man. And it was fucking really good chatting to you. And fucking if you see me out and about again, and I loved, you fucking tore the house down when we did that story live. So, a genuine me being earnest there. Thank you very much for following the show. Here we go, Alan. Your new freak encounter. And fucking...
One,
and fucking here we go
two,
now.
and how do you do?
My uncle told me this story and it scared the shite out of me. As he walked up the creaky steps of his house, he heard the faint sounds of his young son's voice. He came into the room to investigate and saw his son talking to Granny on the end of his bed. Only there was nobody there. My uncle picked up his son and began to gingerly explain that unfortunately his Granny had passed away some years before. After the incident, he thought nothing of it and began going on with his life. The next week, he drove down to Wexford to one of his clients for his accounting business. The client is a psychic, who I've heard of many stories before. As he was sitting in her kitchen doing her taxes, she said, unprovoked and without any prior knowledge, "You know when your little fellow was talking to his granny? Well, he's a bit psychic and it was her ghost." My uncle hadn't told anyone about the incident, so he was thoroughly freaked out. And safe to say, he got out of the gaff as quick as he could.
Oh! I like that one.
That's excellent.
I always
Thanks
like
very much.
psychic little kids.
I bet you do.
Oh,
It's
no.
a shame you're not allowed anywhere near them. Mark Jago, I love you. I respect you. You're good looking for a knacker. You got a big chest.
And he goes right up my growler.
What proverb do you have to play us out?
So this is, I looked up air proverbs, but I got some weather ones, all right?
You got the weather.
I got the weather. If the goose honks high, fair weather. If the goose honks low, foul weather. Good night. Tony, you better go for fucking food. You're mean when you're hungry.
You big butt, cryptid, supernatural vampires, banshees, Tony and Jago. Oops, there's that Wendigo. Hey, coming after me. Who the fuck said you could laugh at me, smack with me? With a Bigfoot dick you could slap with me? Blasphemy. You could dare come at me with a Bigfoot dick and a Loch Ness monster pussy? Bay sexy beast.
This has been a Bad Stuff Nut Gut.
This has been a production of the Head Stuff Podcast Network.